Hey there guys and gals, Anime Dude here, and I know I haven't really been on camera in a while, and I definitely don't plan on making it a regular thing, but it wouldn't surprise me if you guys recognized me anyways. After all, I'm kind of a big deal. Now the fact that I'm awesome may be common knowledge, but the fact that Aoyama, the main character of Penguin Highway, thinks highly of himself in a very similar way may not be. Actually, hold up. Before I start trying to give some explanation about a character that you've probably never heard of from some movie that you've never heard of, I guess I should probably explain why I'm making this video in the first place. So Penguin Highway is a movie that came out back in August of 2018, and I kid you not, I'd never even heard of it once until March of 2019. It's not a movie that's talked about very much in the community, or at least it's not from my experience, but that's where I come in. Recently, an anime distribution studio called 11 Arts reached out to me, and I'm sure they probably reached out to a few other creators as well. Now, before you go calling me a sellout, the full disclosure is that I'm not being paid to make this video, but I do have a couple reasons I wanted to make it, so hear me out. Now, first of all, they offered to let me see the movie early, and they also offered a couple free passes in case I wanted to go see a local screening of the movie near me. In return, I just have to make a video that gives my honest thoughts on the movie, and that's exactly what I plan to do. So the first reason I decided to make this video was to spread a little bit of awareness for the fact that the movie's going to be coming over to theaters here in North America in April 2019. Now, as a big anime fan, of course I love to see the opportunity for animated movies to get the chance to air on the big screen. I remember being ecstatic when I found out that Koe no Katachi was going to be airing on the big screens here in North America, and Koe no Katachi was distributed by 11 Arts as well. But I also remember being extremely disappointed when I found out that the nearest screening was like an hour away. I really didn't want to make that drive. For as long as I can remember, the accessibility of animated movies here in the States, at least on the big screens, has been kind of scarce. It's been rough because, they're just not profitable enough to be airing everywhere. However, with studios like 11 Arts helping to distribute newer anime movies here in the States, I hope that great movies, both past, present, and future, become a lot more accessible to both national and global audiences. That was just an initiative I was happy to support without even having to put much thought into it. Now, lucky for you guys, the other reason I made this video is because I'm really not that much of a moviegoer, especially for a movie I've just seen. Likewise, I took this opportunity to do the first ever giveaway on my channel. There's a couple of different ways to enter, more info on that down in the description below, but notice that I didn't put anything about it in the title, and I didn't mention it until about halfway through the video. That's because I want to take the time to give back to some of the viewers that'll watch no matter what I make, especially if it's a video with my ugly mug on the camera, like this one. Anyways, Penguin Highway starts to air here in North American theaters on April 12th, so a winner will be chosen by April 11th, and 11 Arts is going to provide the winner with a pair of free passes to go see Penguin Highway at a showing near them. Best of luck, and may the odds be ever in your favor. So anyways, back to the point of this whole video. It's time for my honest thoughts on Penguin Highway. So the main character is this nerdy 4th grade kid, right? He's totally into doing science experiments and learning about the world around him. And when I first read the synopsis, I thought he was kind of lame, I'm not going to lie. He sounded extremely lame. However, it took me maybe a couple minutes into the movie to realize that this is one of the most self-assured kids you'll ever see. The kid's a straight up G, and he's counting down the days until he's officially an adult. However, he's also very childish in a genuine way. You know how children are when they try their best to be as mature as possible, but they still act like kids at times because, well, they're kids. To sum it up, the main character definitely gets a pass, and my appreciation of him only went up as the movie went on. Next, I want to talk a bit about the lady that he likes, who is never actually given a name. I'd like to give some well thought out explanation for why that is, but I genuinely haven't had enough time to wrap my head around things yet. Cause, this video needs to get out pretty quick, and I can't really spend as much time on it as I normally would. If I had to guess why she was left unnamed, I guess I'd say it's because her name didn't really have any relevance in the grand scheme of things. Overall, it was how the main character felt about her that was truly important, and it only took a couple of minutes into the movie for that to become pretty clear. The rest of the characters aren't really anything too special at first glance. My opinions may change later on down the line as I kinda gather my thoughts and piece together what really had narrative importance. but I don't think there's anyone else that's really even worth mentioning. I guess if I had to say someone, the penguins were cute, of course. You know, penguins are always cute. I love penguins. Anyways, on to the plot. Yes, the plot. It's weird and kind of confusing. It's the kind of thing that could really only be pulled off or done at all in an anime. I really don't feel like any amount of explanation will really do the plot any justice. I feel like it probably explored some pretty cool concepts along the way, but I'm not really trying to analyze this movie too much in such a short span of time, so I don't know. I guess what I'm really trying to say is that the story itself was so unique that it's really the kind of thing you have to formulate an opinion on for yourself, and it's one I really don't really know how to describe to you, if that makes sense. It was more interesting than I initially thought it would be, and I actually spent a large portion of the movie trying to figure out some of the mysteries alongside the kids, so it was definitely engaging as well. However, for me personally, with all the things that the movie had to offer, I feel like the plot and story were really what sold me on it the least. Anyways, I liked the art and animation, I liked the music, and I liked the movie. You know, it wasn't a masterpiece by any means, it definitely wasn't a Silent Voice or Your Name. It wasn't really a movie that I see myself rewatching here anytime soon, and I definitely don't have any motivation to try to analyze it or anything. However, I do think it was worth the watch, and I appreciate it for what it was. I definitely think it's the type of movie that you have to really experience for yourself to truly appreciate, and likewise, I recommend for anyone with a couple hours to kill, go give it a watch if you feel like it. You won't regret it, I don't think. Had the story been dragged out into a 12-episode series or something along those lines, I definitely would have been a little bit more hesitant to recommend it. But the movie itself is only a little bit under 2 hours, and, as such, I think it's interesting enough for you to go give it a go. If nothing else I said seemed to convince you of that, then just think of the penguins. The penguins, am I right? They're so freaking cute. Like, oh my god, they're just adorable. I like turtles, and I like penguins. But this movie only had penguins, so 7 out of 10. Anyways, if Penguin Highway sounds interesting to you, then be sure to go catch it in theaters on April 12th. If it doesn't, then feel free to try out some of my Why You Should Watch videos, and I'm sure we can find something for you to watch. I really like making those, so feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more stuff that you should watch here eventually. Yeah, my upload schedule is kind of doo-doo, huh? I've been trying to upload at least one video a month, but I've been hella busy, so I guess I'm gonna have to try harder, huh? Thank you all for watching. Remember to praise the sundress, and Anime Dude out.